Well, hello, New Life family. I hope you're doing well. We are continuing to figure it out together as far as what does it mean to be church as we're in the middle of still sheltering in place and trying to follow the guidelines given to us by our county and state officials. Um, and I know it's hard. I feel it too. This is by no means ideal, but the fact is, this is the deal for right now. And so we're trying to figure out how to do this well and do this responsibly, how to be good citizens as we move forward together. I think it's important that we frame it like that because we're definitely not in a persecuted situation here, as if something's being done specifically to us as a church that prevents us from trying to meet. It's kind of everyone's in the same boat trying to figure it out together. And so we want to take that posture of how do we respond well as good citizens, as people that are seeking to love our neighbors, and model for them what it looks like to take this seriously. And so we're going to continue with our online digital services that we've been putting together each week to try to create something for us to gather around even as we're separated so that we can continue to grow together and lean into what God has for us. But we're going to do 3 baby steps. We're going to try some things in this next week. So, not this week that I'm giving you this video Thursday, but starting next week, we're going to take 3 baby steps. And the first 2 steps have specific meaning for our community groups. And so, what we're going to do next week is encourage our community groups to begin meeting in person. There's going to be some very specific guidelines that we're going to be giving to our community group leaders about how to do this well within the parameters that we're being asked to do this by our county officials. And that will include meeting outside. So, not meeting in the home, but meeting outside the backyard or wherever that home is at. And certain things like that. We've attached some of those guidelines in this email so you can get a glimpse of it. And our community group leaders are going to be getting far more extensive guidelines for how to make this a safe and better kind of meeting than simply meeting on Zoom. But that's the first baby step, is that we want our church to begin gathering in our community groups where we are church when we come together. It's such a beautiful thing to realize that there's the church that gathers in the big meetings when we're able to do that, but the church still exists beyond that space. And our community groups is a great place for people to meet. And we want to encourage you to start doing that responsibly, following the guidelines that we're giving to help comply to the larger guidelines being requested of us. The second baby step is also for community groups, and we want to encourage community groups when possible. Hey, consider meeting together to take in the online Sunday service. So instead of going to church in the building, which we can't do yet, go to church together as a community group and take in that experience and have some conversation and time together. It could be a very neat way to experience church right now as we're figuring it out together. And again, a lot more information is going to be given to our community group leaders, who will in turn communicate with you how to do this well, how to do this responsibly, how to do this safe, thinking of all the different things that we got to do well in doing this. Okay, so now our third baby step that we're going to start next week, the last Sunday of June. We're going to experiment and we're going to try something fun. We're calling it our drive-through party. Now, I want you to be clear, we're not having a drive-in service. This is not that. Our services are still the online digital services, but this is what we're calling a drive-through party. Effectively, what we're going to do starting on Sunday the 28th, before both of our online digital services, we're going to turn our parking lot kind of into the lobby, and you can drive through the parking lot and engage with some of us in the church. It's kind of like creating a lobby experience before you go take in the digital service. And there'll be some stations that you'll interact with as you're driving through to really get a chance to see people and be seen and create something fun. We'll have a next gen station, so there's some stuff that can be given to families for their kids to have something fun to do. It's a chance to engage. We're going to have a station designed specifically for prayer. So there'll be a point where if you want prayer, we'll have you pull into a parking lot and we'll be there to pray with you while we try to practice safe physical distancing and all those things together. And so that's going to start the last Sunday of June, and it's an experiment just to see how it goes. But it'll happen from 8 a.m. to 8:45, so enough time before the first digital service so you can come and take in the drive-through party and then get to wherever you're going to watch that service. And then we're going to do it from 10 a.m. to 10:45, so enough time before the second digital service. And so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it'll work, but we're just going to have some fun and try to create a chance of engagement as we still figure out doing church in the season. And so more news and more information about that specifically will come out next week as we kind of get the plans buttoned up. But we just want to let you know what we're trying to figure out as we be church together in this season, physically distant, but trying to stay connected, trying to be for each other. And so, New Life, thank you for being in this with us as we're figuring it out. We so appreciate your prayers, your support, your encouragement as we navigate church like we've never had to experience it before. And so I hope you have a great week. God bless you. Know that we love you and we are with you in this. Thank you.